Hi, my name is Jodi Holsclaw. I'm the Kentucky State Long-Term Care Ombudsman. It is such a privilege to be here with you all today. As we wrap up today, I just want to thank the Elder Justice Coordinating Council for its leadership in highlighting just how important the reauthorization of the Elder Justice Act is, not just for policy, but for real people living in our communities. Hearing these priorities identified today in the Federal Elder Justice Action Plan, the National Association of State Ombudsman Programs is proud to be a member of this effort. Long-term care residents are not immune to the abuse, neglect, and exploitation that those living in the broader communities face. As ombudsmen, we see ourselves in these priorities in both the work we do, the rights we defend, and the partnerships that we work to build. More importantly, we also see our residents in these priorities as well. Our ombudsmen are a vital force for change, advocating for residents in nursing homes, assisted living, and other residential care communities, defending their rights and elevating their voices so that those voices do not go unheard. Nearly 60% of individuals living in licensed long-term care facilities do not have anyone, family, friends, or visitors that are participating in their lives and in their care. And for those 60%, the ombudsman might be the only individual that are there to help them and to address the concerns that they have. Long-term care ombudsmen work to identify, investigate, and resolve complaints that significantly impact the quality of life and care that our residents receive. And we provide those interventions that help prevent those situations from escalating into more serious harm. Across all long-term care settings, with the capacity for 3.2 million individuals, the most frequent complaints that we work as ombudsmen include things like discharge or eviction, extreme delays in responding to residents' calls for assistance, dignity and respect issues, care planning, medications, etc. Last year, our program worked over 200,000 complaints, which help us to identify the trends, risks, and effective interventions that are needed to serve our residents. We do more than address complaints. We educate families, residents, facility staff, and the communities at large. We also provide even further outreach to support individuals who live in the broader communities, including those that receive home and community-based services. In closing, the National Association of State Long-Term Care Ombudsmen is especially grateful to the Elder Justice Coordinating Council and its many partners. Thank you for advancing this vital work both in Kentucky and across the nation, and we look forward to our continued partnership with the goal of ensuring that long-term care residents have access to education, information, and the support that they need to live safely and with dignity. Thank you so much.
I have a question for you before you leave. I know that we've talked a lot about scams today, not so much relative to abuse and things like that may be issues and some of the things that you described. But educate us relative to scams. Is there a prevalence of scams and fraud with residents in facilities?
Yes, and their families as well. Like I said, the residents that live in the long-term care communities are no different than those that live in the broader community. So as ombudsmen, we do see that our residents fall victim to things like scams. We recently in Kentucky had someone that was going around to long-term care facilities trying to get them to switch their power of attorney. And that's something that we were having to provide education and information to our residents about. But we are so grateful for both the toolkits as well as the resources that came from this council so that we can make sure that our residents are positively impacted by those resources.
Well, we appreciate your work and feel free to share with us, certainly through inroads that you have to share with us issues that impact people in those facilities.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.